What's up, y'all? So, I had some from eyelash. Okay, so let's talk about my coming out story. I am bisexual. For those of you that don't understand, I am attracted to men and women. Yeah. So, where do I start? So this girl in my middle school, she had just came to my middle school. Sorry, my hair looks crazy. Just came to my middle school. We ended up becoming pretty close friends. We hung out every day. She ended up being bisexual as well, which I did not know. One day she was like, hey, listen, I'm trying to be your girlfriend. I want you to be my girlfriend and we could be together. And I was like, okay. So we ended up getting together, but it took a while. It took me a long time. Like, I was really, really shy. I was really unsure about how people would think of me, what people would say of me for being a bisexual woman. Well, kid at the time, you know what I mean? There was a lot of kids that were very, very rude and disrespectful and ignorant and did not understand why the same sex could be attracted to each other. So, long story short, we ended up getting in a relationship. I did not tell my family for a little while. It's probably like 2 or 3 months into our relationship that I finally told them. Maybe not even. It might have been like a month or 2. I can't remember, guys. I'm sorry. It was a long, long time ago, but I believe it was like a month or 2. Yeah. And I told my dad. I came in the house one day. I was really just had a really beautiful day. It was nice outside. I had a really good day at school. That I love women. So I told my mom and dad first when I came in the house. I was like, I got something to tell you. And I told them, like, look, this is what it is. And this is what it's gonna be. I had a girlfriend, and that we had just started dating not long before I let them know. My dad used to always crack jokes on me and be like, yeah, you're the son I always wanted. Because after I dated women for a long time, I used to cut my hair. I would dress in manlier clothes. So yeah, at one point I did shave my head. I did present myself as a man. So yeah, I know it's crazy now. I'll post the picture somewhere in here so that way y'all can see it from what I look like then till now. But yeah, so I let my dad know, and he was like, well, that's good. At least we know there's not going to be any grandbabies anytime soon, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, Dad, pump the brakes. I'm not doing no sexual stuff. So I don't know what you're talking about. Like, chill out. Trying to go to a whole nother level. Like, they were like, okay, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're happy with who you're with. I'm glad that you are coming home happy. You're smiling. I asked them, like, can she come over? Like, can she come to the house? Because I want y'all to meet her. You haven't met her yet. I know her. You know what I mean? I've been spending time with her. I've been getting to know her more and more. So, like, can I bring her to the house or her to meet y'all? And they were like, yeah. So I brought her to the house, and my dad was like, oh, you guys are so cute, da 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 da. And my dad was like, at least she ain't ugly. And I was like, you're rude, Dad. And he was like, well, you gotta have cute women in your life if you're gonna be bisexual. And I was like, I know that's right. Nah, but she's really pretty. She's still really beautiful. I don't talk to her every day anymore, but I do communicate with her and check on her and her kids and stuff like that. But so basically I told my parents that I dated women, that like that's who I am. You can either accept me or you don't have to accept me, but that's who I am. That's what I like. So they were a little confused about it at first. They were like, okay, so why did you date this guy or this guy or this guy or whatever the case may be? Why did you date guys at all if you liked women? And I had to explain to them, like, I'm bisexual, so I like men and women. It's not just I prefer to date, or I just date one sex and not the other. Yeah, so that's my coming out part to my parents. I ended up bringing the girl over to my house to meet my family. My sisters and brothers were a little confused, like, this is kind of weird. Like, we've never seen you date a woman before, blah, 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 blah. So it was kind of weird for them. I don't know if I said, but we were in about, like, 7th grade, I believe. So, yeah, it was a little bit weird for them. And they ended up warming up to her really, really well. My sisters loved to be around her. She was really, really nice. My brothers, they were off doing their own thing for the most part, so they weren't really home like that. So they didn't really get time to just, like, get to know her. But the rest of my family, I mean, they supported me for the most part, but there were a couple of people that were like, okay, Brittany, like, we understand that you date women. We understand that you feel more comfortable dating a woman and that's what you prefer to date, but in the same sense, you don't have to cut your hair. This was later on in my experience of dating women. This wasn't right then and there. Most of them, like I said, were pretty supportive of my choices in my life, supportive of me dating women. They all loved me regardless. They cared about the woman that I was with. So everything went pretty smooth for the most part, but she ended up moving to a couple of towns over, which made it a little harder for us to see each other because she no longer came to my school. We were no longer able to hang out after school or anything like that. So with that being said, our relationship came to an end, which was fine. I didn't feel the want to date another woman. I didn't feel the want to have to express myself to another woman again and get them to understand why I date both sexes. So I did not. I ended up just not dating women again. Long story short, we get into high school. I get into high school and I am doing me. The woman had texted me and was like, hey, I think you go to, blah, blah, blah school or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I do. And she was like, oh, well, I'm fixing to go there. And I was like, oh, word, like, that's cool. That's what's up. Like, hell yeah, I'm finna get baby back. You know what I'm saying? Like, we finna have a whole-blown relationship. We finna make it work. Whatever the case may be. So she comes there. We start talking all the time. Me and her get together. We're cool for about a year. Maybe a little bit longer, like, that year. And then going into the following year, we were cool. Everything was good. Everything seemed okay. Whatever. We were dating, doing us. I ended up breaking the relationship off and I let her know, like, look, I will always be your friend. You are an amazing woman. You put me in a situation to feel more comfortable about myself and my sexuality. And I greatly appreciate you for that. And I will always love you for that. And still to this day, I speak to her. It's not every day, but we do talk. So, yeah. That's basically just how that is. And by that time, I was cutting my hair. My hair was shaved. Dressing like a man. Doing things that men would do. You know what I mean? I wasn't just walking around. Like, my mindset changed when I changed into the person that I felt like I was most comfortable with. So yeah, like, that's basically my coming out story. Dated some women, came out to people that were around me. When I first went to high school, they did not know that I dated women as well. A lot of people did not know that. My friends that came with me knew that, but a lot of other people in the school did not know that because they came from all different places in the state that I was living in. So they came from a whole bunch of different towns or whatever and came to that school. It was a vocational school. So yeah, it was like a trade school. So a lot of people didn't really know me. So when I ended up dating women, everybody was like, freaking out. Everybody was like, oh my God, she dates women, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm sorry you didn't know, but I've been this way forever. Leave me alone. Mind your business. But yeah, so that's basically my coming out story. So like, I kind of came out to my family first, came out to my siblings. My mom and dad first, came out to my siblings, came out to the rest of my family. Everybody pretty much supported me. Just when I started cutting my hair and stuff, like, they were like, Brittany, you don't have to do that. Like, you're beautiful just the way that you are. You don't have to make your appearance more as a man. When you are a woman, you are beautiful the way that you are, which I understood. I get that. But I was more comfortable dressing the way that I dressed at the time. I felt more comfortable. I felt more myself than anything. So, yeah, that's basically how that went. And ever since then, I've been attracted to women too. I mean, I've always been attracted to women, but I really am attracted to women. Like, they're beautiful in every way, shape, form. Does not matter. They're all beautiful. And it's just amazing. But yeah, so that's kind of how that went. And I'm super excited to let y'all know my stories. Because our stories are amazing. Just like y'all are amazing too. But yeah, I just don't want anybody to ever feel discouraged about coming out or feel like they're alone, because you're not alone. You're not. You're not. Your best friend. Your best friend could be exactly the same as you and just as scared to come out to you that you are to come out to them. So just remember that you have a support team, even if you feel like you don't. And there are going to be people who do not accept the way that you are and are not okay with the way that you are. But just remember that you're you, and that's all that matters. You're happy. Your future is in a good path, because now you can be who you want to be. You know, your future is on a really good path because you can be who you want to be now. So I think that's pretty amazing. And I really, really, really hope you guys like my story, my coming out story. It's not too exciting, but yeah, it's better than nothing. I figured I would post it because I believe I mentioned something in my best friend's video that we did together about me being, liking the same sex. Was one of her questions to me. So yeah. You guys have a really, really, really good day. And please like, comment, share, subscribe, all the fun stuff. And I will talk to you tomorrow.